Success must be earned, deserved, respected, and appreciated. It plays by specific non-negotiable rules, and it will always require that your goals be clearly identified, plans firmly in place, and your deadlines consistently enforced. And if you stand a chance of making great progress in the third quarter, it will be because of your answer to this question. What specific, measurable, and time-bound goals are you committed to achieve from July 1st through September 30th? See, as you work to answer that question, I want you to always remember that you'll never be greater than the vision and the goals that guide you. If you think small, well, you're guaranteed to get small results. Therefore, the third quarter is the time for a big, bold, and audacious agenda. Hi there, my name is Blair, and I've got a great message for you today that you're absolutely going to love. It's about making huge gains in your performance and creating radical results in the third quarter. So let's start with the second quarter finished. The fact is, the year is now 50% complete. And if you had ambitions of making $250,000 this year, you should now have $125,000 in the bag. And if you set a goal of paying down $20,000 in high interest debt, then you should be $10,000 lighter by now. So are you on track with any of your goals or resolutions? Have you surpassed your expectations? Are you even close? See, if you've not made as much progress as you'd like in the first half of the year, then stick with me and hold on tight, as I'm going to use the balance of this message to talk frankly about your performance, as well as provide you with a prescription for starting the third quarter with a raging fire under your behind. You see, there's only one reason for underperformance, and the fact is, it's your own fault. Your year-to-date results are not dependent upon your background, your company, your spouse, the economy, the latest bestseller on the self-help charts, or who happens to be sitting in the White House. Your performance and corresponding results are dependent upon one thing, and that is you and your ability to deliver. And right now, you've not delivered the goods. What that means is it's time to shine a flashlight to your soul to acknowledge that your current strategies are simply not working, and wake up to the fact that if you continue along this line of behavior, that this year and your future is in serious jeopardy. So your current results speak for themselves. You've now had 180 days, which in anyone's book is more than enough time for you to perform, to display your talents, and to show the world just how good you really are. So what can you do? What specifically can you do to turn it around and to create a stellar third quarter performance? Well, the solution for turning things around are found in a simple 6-step process, which play off each letter in the word change. I want you to use the letters in the word change for redeeming yourself and for quickly getting back on track in the third quarter. So step number 1 is C. The C is for consequences. More specifically, it's about facing the consequences. See, no matter how you look at it, we act because of the good or bad consequences that we expect to get as a result of our actions. And if you do not wake up and smell the reality that your current performance is nothing worth bragging about, that the game you're playing is simply not working, and that you are the only one who can turn things around, then your future, as just mentioned, is in serious jeopardy. Why is that? Well, because precedent is set, patterns and low performance standards have been put in place and they are reinforced, and they'll also be repeated if left unchanged. You must prove to yourself the severe disadvantages of not changing and the huge advantages of changing. And you've got to do it quickly. To do so, you need to answer a couple of questions. Number 1, what are the negative consequences of not changing and just maintaining the status quo? And 2, what are the positive consequences of changing and how? How will it impact your third quarter results? Well, I'm happy to report that the next 5 steps will provide you with a rock-solid blueprint for addressing the positive consequences of change and exactly what you need to do in order to knock it out of the park in the third quarter. The step number 2 is the H is for habit. So let's talk about the need for creating new habits. There's no way around this truth. Your habits determine your past, your present, and your future. And your current habits are leading you to an undesirable, undisciplined, and unprofitable future if left unchanged. The one true path to success in the third quarter is to replace your bad habits with good habits, positive ones, the ones that move you in the direction that you want, period. What I want you to do right now is to answer 2 simple questions. The first, what bad habits need to be broken? And I mean to be broken now. And 2, what good habits do you need to develop in order to become highly competitive? You see, the moral of this lesson is that old dogs can, do, and must learn new tricks. And that brings us to step number 3, which is A for attitude. So let's talk about adjusting your attitude. Now, you can moan and complain all you want, but eventually you will accept the reality that your results are largely an extension of your attitude. And if you do not change it quickly, you'll continue to be victimized by it. Now, this question will lead you towards the necessary attitude adjustment. What is the best mental attitude that I could choose in order to redeem myself and deliver better results in the third quarter? Now, because attitude is everything, you must do everything in your power to adjust yours accordingly. And the best attitude is a positive and joyful one that focuses on solutions and increases your personal contribution. And this brings us to step number 4, the N, which is needs. You need to focus on needs. See, part of adjusting your attitude also involves refocusing on what needs to be done in order to deliver massive results. And to assure a successful third quarter, here's what you need to do. You need to execute. You need to surprise and delight. You need to go the extra mile. You need to exceed expectations. You need to inspire excellence in others. You need to practice integrity. You need to raise standards, contribute ideas, meet deadlines. You need to be accountable. You also need to take intelligent risks. You need to become brilliant on the basics, act with excellence. You need to set a good example. You need to honor your commitments, keep your promises, make good decisions, learn from your mistakes, and most importantly, you need to make everything you think, say, and do count. You see, simply showing up, just going through the motions, only doing what you want to do, is one of the primary reasons why you're behind the 8 ball at this moment in time. Now, this point is worth repeating. You must focus on what needs to be done in order to deliver results, not on what you want to do. So you're on the payroll to do what needs to be done, to delight the customer, to add value, and to drive sustained profitability, and you can never forget that. So let's mosey on over to step number 5, which is G for goals. You want to set big goals. Success must be earned, deserved, respected, and appreciated. It plays by specific non-negotiable rules, and it will always require that goals be clearly identified, that your plan's in place, and your deadlines consistently enforced. And if you stand a chance of making progress in the third quarter, it will be because of your answer to this question. What specific, measurable, and time-bound goals are you committed to achieve from July 1 through September 30th? And as you work to answer that question, I want you to always remember that you'll never be greater than the vision and the goals that guide you. If you think small, well, you know what's going to happen. You're only going to get small results. Therefore, the third quarter is the time for a big, bold, and audacious agenda. Now, I want you to stick around a few more minutes. I'm going to show you exactly what it's going to take to turn those goals into reality faster than you ever possibly imagine. Before we do that, let's focus on step number 6, which is E for empowerment. I want you to empower your way to greatness. So you'll naturally feel empowered to work for proactive change in the third quarter when you understand the consequences of a repeat performance, when you identify and commit to a new set of habits, when you adjust your attitude, when you focus on what needs to be done in order to drive results, and when you set big, bold, audacious goals. See, once you drink the Kool-Aid of that reality, you will expect the best from yourself. You'll feel empowered to make big things happen in the third quarter, and you will show the world just how great and powerful you really are. It's not just the championship athlete or the record breaker that aspires to push their limits and become great. It's also the parent, the teacher, and the coach who wants their children and their students to reach their full potential. It's the leader or the entrepreneur who wants to create a culture that inspires excellence, passion, and innovation. It's the artist who wants to create a true work of art that moves everyone who comes in contact with it. And it's everyone who strives to excel on their own terms, to set and realize personal goals, and to achieve their own defining moment of greatness. And that is the reason, the primary reason why I created the 100-Day Challenge, the world's most powerful goal-setting program for achieving radical results fast. The 100-Day Challenge is designed to inspire anyone who wants to achieve their moment of greatness, someone who wants to redeem themselves in the third quarter, and who truly wants to be the best that they can be. And to those who are overwhelmed by the prospect of what is required to reach their goals and to truly find their greatness, my advice is simply this. Be better today than you were yesterday, as each day of your life provides you with an endless number of opportunities to demonstrate commitment, character, focus, integrity, initiative, creativity, perseverance, and a host of other noble virtues to showcase your true greatness. Now, you may be asking yourself right about now, why? Why should you participate in the 100-Day Challenge? Well, on a global scale, there's a chronic disconnect between goal formulation and goal execution. The goals and resolutions that companies and people set for themselves at the beginning of the year often bear little resemblance to the results they actually achieve. And the root cause of this disconnect is that most of us do not have a proven and sustainable execution process in place. Well, I'm happy to report that the 100-Day Challenge is the ideal solution, as it's all about strategy execution and satisfying the need for more, better, and faster results in a highly competitive world. And through this revolutionary, extreme performance acceleration program, you will learn the following. You'll learn how to transform your life by implementing proven execution strategies. You'll learn how to execute flawlessly and to enjoy greater levels of productivity. You'll learn how to eliminate performance and time-draining activities, and you'll learn how to get more done in 100 days than most people do over the course of 10 years. See, success, as we all know, is a journey. It's a maze of obstacles, of options and opportunities, along with failure, ambiguity, and do-overs. And the success that you enjoy in the third quarter depends upon many things, but mostly it depends on you and your ability to execute until each goal is achieved. And that is why the one decision you must make today is to say yes. Say yes, I'm ready for a challenge, and to enroll in the 100-Day Challenge and make it the very next thing you do.